Ready to make something simply charming with its Victorian village done in fun modern colors, this Winter Wonderland chalk box will leave you wishing for a snowy evening stroll. Your chalk box comes with all these supplies: the beautiful Sylvie 12 by 18 Couture boutique board, the E-sized Winter Wonderland transfer, and 5 chalk paste singles in Candy Apple, Peony, Couture Teal, Meadow, and Bright White. I've gathered some supplies and all the tools that I'll need, including small dishes for paste, a couple of squeegees, a mini and a small, my multi-tool, and I have my fuzzing cloth here too. I have a permanent marker, scissors, and a water bath for cleanup. I'll start by cutting apart all the transfer elements. As you cut, you will see that each house and roof is lettered so that you can match them up. Then I'll label the backers of all the parts and pieces, since this just makes cleaning up so much easier. I'll start with my largest house, which is labeled B, and I'm fuzzing the transfer first to pick up a bit of lint, which just softens the adhesive, and I'll put it over in the corner. And then I'll use the tall brick home, which is A, and I'll fuzz and place it over on the right, and up just a bit from the bottom. I'll prep my Meadow paste by kneading the packet first, then snipping off a corner and squeezing some out onto my small dish. Using my small squeegee, I'll smooth the paste over the screened area, and once it's covered, scrape off the extra. Then I will peel and wash this transfer. Now I'll take the little house, house E, and fuzz it and tuck it right down in the corner. I'll prep my Couture Teal paste the same as before by kneading the packet first and then snipping off a corner and squeezing some out onto my small dish. It's one of my most favorite paste colors, and I'll load up my small squeegee and paste both houses, B and E, then peel and wash both of those pieces. Now I'll peel the backer off of house D, and I'll fuzz this transfer before I position it just to soften the adhesive, and position it on my board next to the greenhouse. I like Peony for this one, so I'll mix it up good by kneading the packet first, then snipping off a corner and squeeze it out onto my dish. Using my small squeegee, then I'll paste over the screen and scrape off the excess. And into the water it goes. Now I'll get my last building, letter C. It's kind of like a little church. You'll want to fuzz your transfers, especially when they're brand new, because it just softens the adhesive a bit and makes them come off the board easier. I'm going to use white for this. And I'll fuzz and I'll drop it right into its spot. And the roof next door will also be white. But since these two kind of overlap a tiny bit, I'm just going to be tricky here so I can do both. Then I'll just keep matching up all the roofs that will be white and get them placed so that I can move quickly. Make sure your little houses are dry before you start sticking down the roofs so they won't pull up any of your work. You could mix and match your colors here too. I just loved the idea that all the roofs were white with snow. I'll prep the white paste by kneading the packet first and then snipping off a corner and squeezing some out onto my small dish. And then go to town with my small squeegee and hit all these transfers at once, peeling each and putting them in the water before moving on to the next. I'm fuzzing the transfer first to pick up a bit of lint, which softens the adhesive. Then I'll position my words above and chalk them white as well. Such a cute font here for Winter Wonderland. I'll prep the white paste using my small squeegee. Then I'll paste over the screen and scrape off the excess. And into the water it goes. Now I have one more roof to chalk, so I'll prep the piece that matches up to C, and I thought it would be fun to just make the church stand out a little bit by making the roof peony pink. Using my small squeegee, and I'll paste over the screen and scrape off the excess. There we go. Now I'm going to decorate the neighborhood a bit and fill in some spaces between the houses, First with a street light, which I'm going to chalk in teal, because aren't all the street lights on your street blue? And I'll load up my small squeegee. It's one of my most favorite paste colors. And then I'll do the light in white. And I'll fuzz and I'll drop it right into its spot. There we go. Then I'll position some pine trees here and there, and I'm fuzzing everything before I place it, because in addition to the bottom layer being fully dry, fuzzing is a key to successful layering, because it just softens the adhesive a bit and makes them come off the board easier. I'll chalk all 3 of those in this pretty meadow green. And into the water it goes. Now let's deck out the houses a bit and hang some wreaths on doors and gables. This is the fun part where you can really customize your little houses. I'll smooth the paste over the screened area, and once it's covered, scrape off the extra. I'll use the bow transfer now, so I'm finally ready for my candy apple red paste. I'll mix it by kneading the packet first, and then snipping off a corner and squeezing some out onto my small dish. And then my multi-tool, and start be-ribboning the houses. A couple on the large house, one for the lamp pole. Every house needs a touch of red. And there it is. I didn't even add the falling snowflakes, but you sure could, using this chalk box to make the cutest, quaintest little wonderland around.